What's up everybody, EMT here, and in this video, SANDMARC shared with us their Probe Lens edition. And this is one of those lenses that I always kind of wanted to try, never quite could afford one or know somebody that has them or never really even thought about renting one. But the cool thing about a probe lens is that it fits in a lot of spaces where regular traditional lenses wouldn't be able to fit. Think the inside of a bottle, very small orifices, very close to detail, borderline macro-esque, but this is really long and it can actually fit in a lot of areas in which your main phone or camera can't fit. The SANDMARC Probe Lens is 12 inches, so this allows you to capture a lot more immersive footage that otherwise you can on your built-in camera or even macro lenses. It has a wide focal length of 16 millimeters, which is substantially wide, kind of like an in-between the ultra-wide camera on your smartphone and the main one-time camera. It has a built-in light with two stages. You can get bright, a little bit darker, and off. And this is very useful because if you're actually putting this lens in a bottle or a very tight, dark environment, this allows you to get a little bit better lighting. Pro tip, make sure this is clean and there's no direct light over the glass because you'll end up with a little bit of hazy glare. So that's something that I found out when I was playing with it. And it includes a USB Type-C cable so you can charge your probe lens so you can have that light. And I've only charged it for like 10-15 minutes on the first time I unboxed this, and I've been able to use it for multiple sessions, some of them lasting anywhere in between 30 minutes to an hour, so it's pretty amazing. It also has an adjustable focus wheel that allows you to customize and get a little bit more of that fine-tuned approach. Since this is very narrow, your focal distance could be as minimum as 16 millimeters. Depending on the type of content you're recording, you might be able to just push and pull that focus in order to dial in the details. When using this lens, I highly encourage using third-party applications like Filmic Pro or Blackmagic because they do give you focus peaking and different capabilities so you can visualize what is truly in and out of focus. It's really cool that the lens gives you that same capability as a telephoto 6x lens. If you haven't seen that video, link is in the description. Now this lens is a hefty 258 grams, sometimes even heavier than some smartphones. A lot of people were asking me, hey, why does it come with a case? Because I already have a case. No. Trust me, you need a brand new case. Because over time, if you've already been using a SANDMARC case, especially their leather cases, which they're very nice, I really love them. But if you've been using those cases for quite some time, your case will warp and stretch as you take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it back on. So when I started using the probe lens for the first time, I could see how the lens was weighing on the case to the point that some of the edges were actually popping out a little bit. So it's actually really cool that the whole situation includes a brand new case, which you will definitely need if you've been already using a SANDMARC case for quite some time. So I had the opportunity to capture a couple shots with the probe lens in my home studio in a different environment so you can get these different perspectives. Right, so I'm really happy, I'm really pumped that this lens is in my life because, right, you can get all these kinds of different lenses that SANDMARC makes. They make amazing products, but this is by far one of the most unique ones on top of the microscope lens. That one was really cool, but the probe lens allows you to enter areas that otherwise you wouldn't be able to fit your camera through and create these dynamic shots. But for example, in this shot, I was capturing that vinyl spinning, and as I was pulling backwards, the probe lens revealed that it was filming all along through the handle of a Stanley Cup. So it's those type of shots that otherwise I wouldn't be able to create. But on top of using the probe lens, I was leveraging other SANDMARC gear to elevate that experience and just create the ultimate setup for that space. I was using this SANDMARC Creator Grip. And this is an aluminum grip that not only allows you to connect via Bluetooth to your device to have a shutter, but it also has a phone grip with cold shoe mounts that allow you to expand and create, let's say, a ProRes shooting setup. I was leveraging other kind of gear too. I was leveraging for the shots of my friend painting the iFootage shark slider to give me that motorized control speed, that back and forth. So that was really awesome. But SANDMARC also makes a slider. It's a cinema slider, and it allows you to capture those fluid kinds of shots in a controlled environment. It's very affordable. It's very lightweight. You should definitely check it out. We actually made a video about it a while back. I'll leave the links in the description. And I don't want to forget about Messenger Pro, which is a brand new shoulder bag that SANDMARC created that follows the design philosophy of their new backpack. And I was able to put in the probe lens, the slider, and just other accessories, including a computer on this thing. And I've been using the Messenger Pro for pretty much everything else that's not like heavy related. Like if I don't have to bring a lot of gear, I often use Messenger Pro because it's easy, it's lightweight, and it actually has compartments for the lenses. So I was able to capture with the probe lens in this whole perfect storm of SANDMARC products. And I just gotta say, I'm very, very impressed with the probe lens in general. Being able to capture those fine details and fine shots and add up to a bigger vision. I am now contemplating on my own projects outside of creating YouTube content. How can I incorporate these type of angles and shots that you can get with the probe lens, because you can get inside bottles, you can get really close to books and just fit the camera in areas that otherwise you wouldn't be able to do. Now, a very important piece of information is that if you want to leverage the probe lens, you absolutely must either have this stationary, use it on a tripod, the cinema slider, or even their dolly, the cinematic dolly that they have on wheels, because any kind of motion will throw everything off. So this is a very intentional type of lens. And that's the only thing that I'm like, oh, I wish I could just use this left and right. Technically, you can. But in my testing experience, I've been able to get better results when it's controlled, precise motions via the cinema slider, their dolly, or any other robotic, automated, mechanical slider like the iFootage shark slider. But I want to know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them down there so we can continue to create relevant content for you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All the links to all the SANDMARC products I've been using are down in the description. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and thank you, SANDMARC, for sharing your probe lens with me. I'll catch you on the next one.